Going on, and Anvil Coleman Miners, welcome back. Happy Tuesday to all of y'all. Hope you didn't miss me too much yesterday. Um, I said it was the wife's birthday. Pretty sure she'd fucking kill me if I tried to play on her birthday. So we ended up going out to dinner, had a good time, went to our favorite restaurant, ate way too much fucking food, had some good beer, but I'm back today. Back to the normal schedule for now. I don't foresee anything popping up that's gonna fuck that up or anything anytime soon. But yeah, so big news in the Legacy world yesterday for those of you who haven't seen yet. We got some bannings. And before anyone calls me a fucking Debbie Downer or anything when I tell you my take on this, I'm ecstatic about it. Like, I'm happy they did something. I think they hit good cards. That being said, with Expressive Iteration and White Plume Adventure, I don't think much is going to change meta wise, to be completely honest. Um, Delver's still going to be Delver. It's going to do its thing. It's still going to be tier 0. It just takes away some of its card advantage, but I mean, it's still got Force of Will, Daze, Dragon Ray Channeler, Murktide Regent. Like, you knocked a tier 0 deck down, like, tier 0.5, maybe? Something like that. Like, until they decide to hit, like, Brainstorm or Dragon Rage Channeler or Daze, like, Delver's gonna do Delver things. It's gonna be fucking Delver. They're gonna swap it out for a less effective card selection spell, or you might see them starting to main deck Force Negations and shit again. Like, I really don't think it's gonna do much as far as changing how the deck plays, what it does. It's just gonna slide in or swap in a slightly worse card. White Plume Adventurer, it slows down the speed, but there's already a lot of people switching to like Boros Initiative, Orzhov Initiative. Once they get the fucking green one and the better black one on, you're gonna see you're gonna see other versions of Initiative, basically like that, or you're gonna see them morph into more like Death and style or Death and Taxa style hybrids, like we're kind of already seeing with it. Um, so I'm ecstatic about them. I think they were good bands. I just honestly don't think it's like earth shattering. It's not gonna change the format. It's not gonna suddenly be like, oh my god, I can play whatever and be this new frontier. You're gonna see people jamming the shit out of random stuff right now because that's just what happens every single time. But I am happy they did the bannings. I think they were good bannings. I just don't think it's going to be like earth shattering or anything. But on that note, now that I got that out of the way, yeah, we're gonna do some sneak and show. I mean, we got our first trophy with it. I was having absolutely fucking awful luck with Saga Storm last week, as you all saw. Just some terrible ad nauseums and bad top decks and shit. So we're just gonna cheat some big fatties into play. Like, fuck it. I mean, we got our girl Atraxa, we got our spaghetti monster, we got good old Grizzle Dad. Like, we're just gonna cheat some big shit into play and hope it's enough. So let's take it to our league and have some fun. Holy shit, they uploaded a whole bunch of preliminaries and shit. I might actually have to play in one of these one day. What the fuck am I doing here? Alright, here we go. Take this through, see if we can get another trophy off of this bad boy like we did the last time we played it. I don't know if we will, but we'll try. See how everybody's weekend was. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm probably gonna go back to Saga Storm here after not too long. I just do think I need to take a little bit of a break from it. Also, if we have time, I was fucking around with some brewing today just for the hell of it. See if I can find it. I think it was this one. Yeah. I don't know why. I got this wild hair up my ass, where I kind of wanted to build a fucking Pox deck. So, like, epoxy, stacky kind of deck. Like, so, I don't know. This was something I was fucking around with. If we got time, we might go ahead and give it a shot later. Just depends on if we got time later, or something I might just fuck around with, and we'll play on another stream at some point. This is not keepable. We can keep this. I think we can put the basic mountain to the bottom. I do not think we need that. I will start off with this. We'll save that in case we do need a basic mountain later. This says they were on Just Got Control 3 days ago. Who knows if that's actually the case or not? But just in case we do need to get a basic mountain later to avoid wasteland bullshit. Alright, let's see. Island Ponder. I think we can bottom top draw the ponder so we can cast it next turn, and we're drawing something new next turn. But the worst case, it also gives us something to pitch to this for, so well if we absolutely have to. Alright, so they are on a blue base deck. Another Force of Will. Like, the question is do we want to, like, play into a daze and get this fucked, but get a daze out of their hand? I think we'll signal that we can pay for a daze. We have our own daze. Unfortunately, well, we could shuffle some of this shit away. Do we want a third? Do we want daze, or do we want a backup show and tell? We still need to hit a fatty. I don't hate the idea of keeping daze, so I think we'll do top, top, top. We will draw the daze, and then we will shuffle everything else away. I think that's the correct move here. So we'll see. Alright, so they do have Wastelands. See the truth. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of those cards in your hand, put the rest in the bottom. I mean, I think we want to do this now, just so we get our value out of it. Come on. There we go. So we were correct to play our lands the way that we did because of this Wasteland. Question is do I want to go get a red source now or not? Like, I don't want to get got by this Wasteland, but I want to be able to do multiple cantrips if needed. Look at our upkeep. We definitely don't want everything that's on top, so we want to fetch. I think we do just want to get another basic for now. Alright, misdirection is interesting. We got a lot of defense, but we need something to get into play here. That's a big no-no. Is it worth losing our show and tell over? Because this fucks a lot of shit up. Yeah, we'll let it go. Like, it's annoying, but hopefully we can resolve this. Like, we're just gonna kind of have to try to resolve this show and tell and hope they don't have another Force of Will. They also had another Teferi, which is annoying, but... Oh my god. Because of the fact that we didn't hit anything, honestly, I don't even think this is worth trying to play out. Because we know we're drawing dead the next 2 turns, and these Force of Wills are literally fucking useless. So we're just gonna go to the next one. We're not gonna try it. Like, this might give them an idea of what we're doing here, but... we are definitely going to change that. We want Pyroblast, bring in Omniscience, bring in Defense Grids. They're on Jeskai, so I'm half tempted to bring in these Blood Moons. Take out Force of Wills and Misdirections. Like, we're basically just taking out all of our counter magic. Because these are more for destroying Teferi and Planeswalkers than they are for countering stuff at this point. I think, depending on how greedy they get, Blood Moon probably isn't a bad idea here. Just trim one bad one bad cantrip and try something like this. Yeah, I don't think it was worth trying to slog through. They had an active Teferi down. We knew we were drawing dead for 2 more fucking turns while they were going to be able to start sculpting their hand. So I honestly don't think it was worth trying to slog through that at that point. We were better off just scooping before they saw too much more of our deck and hope that they sideboard improperly, thinking that maybe we're on something else. But I guess we'll find out. I'm just, I don't know. I'm so torn on this Blood Moon plan. Like, we saw only one basic, but even with these like 3-color control decks, they do tend to play a lot of basics in general. So maybe the Blood Moons aren't worth it, but it could be funny just to like get them if they don't actively fetch out basics. So we'll see. It also shuts off their wastelands, which is nice. And overall increases our red count for sneak attack if we need to. So I mean, I don't know. It's like 6 of one, half a dozen of another as far as these Blood Moons are concerned. So we'll see. We're just hoping we can slam a quick defense grid into a quick show and tell into Omniscience and hope that's enough to get there. Like I said, I'm also hoping that they think that we're on something else. Maybe they think we're on a control deck. Maybe they think we're on something else just because they didn't see shit out of our deck. So, I mean, it's not bad. We're going to keep it. If we can resolve one of these sneak attacks, it's amazing. It's just going to be a matter of, do we get to resolve one? Hopefully Preordain gives us something good. Okay. That is fantastic. Put on top. Put on top. So we slam defense grid, slam sneak attack. Hope it gets us there. I'm sure this is going to get countered, but if it does, it gets a counter out of their hand also. We can pay for a daze if they want to force a will it. That's 2 cards out of their hand. They can't, like, Mystical Dispute it or something fucking stupid like that. Okay, they can Spell Pierce it. We also do have 2 sneak attacks, so in theory, we just fucking slam one into a counter and slam the other into a counter and hope for the best. Or hope one of them resolves. Alright, so Blood Moons are definitely coming out. Yeah, we're just going for it. Like, we're hoping we can get through all their counters, is basically all this comes down to. Is how many counter spells do they have? We have managed to get 3 cards out of their hand for our 2. Oh, there's a Brainstorm, which isn't great, but I mean, maybe I'm fucking... There's a world where I'm playing this incorrectly and I shouldn't just be slamming my spells into their counter magic, but... Yo, what's up, High Star? Well, we're gonna see if we can get this down. We are doing a lot of damage to ourselves, though. We also have to hope that they don't have a way to get the sneak attack off the battlefield next turn. That being said, if they have another free counter spell, they actually can pay through this. I would very much like to draw a land. I don't know if you were here earlier or not, but honestly, I don't think the meta's going to change at all. I really don't. Like, don't get me wrong, they were they're great bands. I love that they did them, but I just think at the end of the day, it's not really going to change anything. Jesus Christ, our opponent just says everything. Hopefully, this means they don't have a Force of Will. Oh, he's going for Brainstorm. Why are you not? I don't know why I didn't Spell Pierce there. But yeah, like I think the biggest change we're gonna see is the initiative deck is either going to start splashing other colors to increase their initiative threat and focus on the 4-drop slot, or they are going to. Okay, well, that's another Force of Will. Please don't have a way to deal with this. Swear to God, if they have another free counter spell, you have got to be shitting me. Are you fucking serious? Well, the nice part is if we get anything, it's going to resolve now. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, either they're going to increase their initiative threats by going into another color. I really think you're going to see a lot more like Boros with red, or you're going to see it turn more into the Hate Bear sort of Death and Taxes style hybrid shit. I cannot believe our opponent had 3 fucking Force of Wills in the top fucking 15 cards of their deck. It's a red elemental blast. They're very much on a clock though. I suppose we can try to blow up this Snapcaster Mage to at least try to save our life total a bit. But they're at a point where they can just hard cast a Force of Will now if they've got number 4. I think I will try to blow up the Snapcaster Mage next turn though. Like, yeah, I don't know. Like, end of the day, I really don't think anything is honestly going to change. You're gonna see a bunch of people just like slamming shit for the next couple of weeks or days or whatever, but I don't think it's actually going to do much. Oh, do you have another one? No, it's a Teferi. Okay. Assuming they want to draw here. So sneak attack would be the absolute best here. Okay, yeah, a sneak attack would be the absolute best here, but we're already down 2 of them. Don't tell wouldn't be terror. Okay. All right, we're just gonna draw all the mana. That's fine. All right, we got 1 turn. All right. What a way to start the week. Oh, fuck. Alright, whatever. Okay. I suppose that's a thing they can do. Cute little synergy, but I said, no, we're dead. Well, that was disappointing. Alright. That's fine. We're just getting into the loser's bracket for the 4-1. That's okay. They high rolled hard as fuck into those Force of Wills. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I really don't think the meta's going to change much. You're going to see a bunch of people slamming shit for the next week or so, just because that's what happens every time there's a ban. But give it the next like major tournament that pops up, it's going to be like 25% Delver, I'm sure. I've been seeing people already since yesterday posting 5-0s with like Boros Initiative or switching over to Mono Red Prison for Case of Chaos Adventurer. And like I said, once we get the rest of the adventure cycle for those initiative creatures, I don't think it's going to change much at all, to be completely honest. We cannot keep this. Apparently we are back to the we can't get a good opener to save our fucking lives trend. Really need to renew my fucking MTGO premium subscription, is what I'm learning from this. Ugh, fuck. I mean, luckily, if they got any... Okay, I'm assuming this is Doomsday now. I mean, luckily we got Force of Will. I actually haven't been seeing a ton of Painter over the past day, but I also haven't honestly played very much. I think we're just gonna pass the turn for now. I have a feeling this is Doomsday. I have, even before the ban though. Oh, no. Interesting, okay. It is Reanimator. This can pay for a daze if they got one. That is something I am anticipating though, is an uptake in Reanimator. There's already been a huge uptick in it due to Atraxa, so it looks like our opponent might be mana screwed here. I mean, sneak attack isn't bad. I need red mana. Alright, so they're just going to discard a fatty, I'm assuming? Yes. Archon of Cruel. I mean, that's red mana. It's a one-off red mana, but we're gonna fucking go for it. And hope that... Okay, we're basically just hoping that we draw red mana now. But that is where we are in this game. I swear to God, don't you fucking dare grief us here. Okay. Do you even... Really? God damn it, motherfucker. And we're, again, back to our opponent just high rolling constantly. Okay, we're fucking done here. We are, again, back to the opponent just high rolling like a motherfucker. God damn. Alright, Surgical's in. So I'm a little tempted to bring in Blood Moons because their mana base is so fucking greedy. But again, I might be like big braining that a little bit too much. I mean, maybe we just keep it like this. Get rid of the preordains. I try something like this, maybe. Yeah. Let's try that. Oh, man. Always back to the opponent's just high rolling. So this is actually pretty good. I mean, like, we can keep this. My concern is that we don't find another blue card off of this Ponder for this Force of Will, because I really don't want to ban Atraxa to Force of Will, but I suppose it's one of those, like, if I have to, I will sort of situations. They kept a 7, so I'm sure they have the fucking nuts here. Alright, come on. At least, okay, we do have another blue card. We can put that down, Ponder. Draw the Ponder to be able to pitch to the Force of Will. And we're drawing another land, which is good. And we have defense through a whatchamacallit? Like, if they grief us, we can still force. I mean, it's gonna cost us a shitload. So the question is do we force this, or do we try to force whatever other dumb bullshit they could be doing? I think we wait. We force something else. Alright. Do we force the Entomb? We try to surgical whatever they go after first. Atraxa. Targeting Atraxa. We will eat Atraxa. I have the force of will to back this up. Alright, so Snuff Out is mildly annoying. They have ways to reanimate our creatures, but we have force of will. Wait, what? Huh? They play a 1 of Atraxa? This is the weirdest fucking list I've ever seen. 1 Gristlebrand. 1 Atraxa. Okay. I mean, I guess okay. Take a screenshot of that real quick so we have access to it. Alrighty then. I mean, luckily neither one of us have shit in our graveyard. Our own Atraxa in the yard would be mildly problematic. So, can't remember. I know we know what the next card is, but I don't think it's anything we want. So I think we can shuffle it away. Alright, so we need the land. And now we do have a backup fatty next turn if we need it. So if we have to pitch this Atraxa to a 4, okay, so they just drew a land, which is fine. How is Snuff Out worded? Destroy target non-black creature. Okay, so they cannot hit Gristlebrand. And then this sets us up to be able to kill him next turn. Like I said, I still have a blue card to pitch to Force of Will if necessary. So even if we absolutely have to, we have a way to make sure we at least get something into play that they cannot snuff out. Alright, they're just drawing lands. That's totally fine. I mean, we're going to start off with Atraxa. Because we know what their hand is. And they can't snuff out Atraxa because it's black. Oh, hell yeah. We're taking Emrakul, we're taking Omniscience, we're taking Show and Tell, Lotus Petal, Misdirection, Blooded Strand? Fuck yes, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a draw 6. Hell yeah. And they scoop it up. Alright, that's what we want to fucking see. Alright, so... So, like, there's a part of me that actually really wants to bring in these Blood Moons now, because their mana is greedy as fuck. So, there's something to be said about maybe bringing these in and seeing if we can get them on turn 2. That being said, being on the draw, these are way fucking worse, because we're mostly just concerned about them having a turn 1 kill. There's also something to be said about maybe bringing in these Pyroblasts so that we can actually kill Atraxa if they do manage to get it on the board. Do we actually want to change anything, actually? Because this just... Like, this is great if we can get it down since their mana's so greedy, but... it doesn't stop them from actually doing things. Damn it. I think the correct answer is just run this back, honestly. Yeah, we're gonna run it back and hope we can basically just repeat what we just did. Oh my god, I want to keep this hand, but I can't. We need turn one defense. We cannot keep a hand that doesn't have a force of will. Yeah, especially if they're keeping a 7. I really don't want to go to 4. Oh god, this sucks. We definitely put Atraxa away because we don't want to put something in our graveyard. Going to 4 would put us to 2 if we do hit a force of will. We have to. Oh my god. This sucks. Oh, that was painful. Ooh, and a Chancellor? Goddamn. It doesn't really matter. I mean, we're losing one of the two of these, so fuck it. It's gonna get countered. We might as well get this out of the way now. Like it doesn't matter. Like we're officially in top deck mode now. That hurt like hell to have to sideboard down that far, mulligan down that far. Do they have the turn one on top of that? No. We gotta hope that they were kind of hanging on that. I don't know. We'll see. We know they have a fatty in hand, so even a show and tell, they can just put Chancellor into play, which sucks. Unless they find a way to discard it without actually reanimating it. I mean, that's one way to do it, I guess. Chancellor and Archon, show me the reanimate and we'll scoop. No reanimate yet. I mean, I guess there's still a world where we're in this, but no. No opponent, no. Oh boy. So the nice part is it doesn't look like they're finding a reanimation spell. Either that or they've got one of the... You're fucking kidding me, right? I mean, you can take my sneak attack, have fun. You kind of just gotta hope they don't have a reanimation spell, but this is screaming they got like an exhume or fucking something. Okay, yeah, we're done here. We had the mulligan way too fucking far. Well, apparently us just not being able to have like any good top decks is just continuing into week 2 now. I was also feeling like this might be another 2-drink kind of night with how this is going. So anyone who has been playing, what have you been seeing as far as the meta is concerned? Like, I don't know. I haven't really seen much of a shift yet, just in the few matches I have played. Other than like the shit that we saw last week, where there was a huge uptick in Doomsday and Death Shadow over the past week or so. Someone last seen playing Is It Delver. Are they going to play Expressivist Delver now? Yeah, we can keep this. Because the nice thing about playing against, yeah, it's Delver. The cool thing about Delver is if I can get a fatty on board, they literally can't do anything about it. Like, they have no way to beat something once it is on the board. It's just a matter of finding my hole to get it on the board. So where are we gonna get? Okay, so they know we're on Sneak and Show. There is no doubt about that. Are we gonna get a daze out? No, they're okay. They're not gonna daze us yet. Okay. Top, top. Draw the land. Because this turns on our brainstorm, which is nice. Like I said, this deck isn't gonna go anywhere. Like, you're just, ooh. I think we are gonna see more counterbalances coming. Counterbalance, pitching counterbalance. Luckily, I don't think this deck has any main deck 3 or 4 drops. So I think we're fairly safe there. It's going to be, do they have 1s and 2s? Well, actually, really, it just comes down to do they have 1s? I know they have lots of 1s. Okay. Brainstorm resolves, unless they decide to fucking force a will. Okay. We have redundant Emrakuls. Let's put back those. Like, especially if I can get into a position where I can get an Emrakul into play. Okay, they're just going to bolt us? Okay. So they're going aggro. They've only got 3 cards in hand. And like I said, we know main deck they do not have any 3 drops. Alright, 3 card. They just have hard counterspell? Or are they trying to get a Murktide down? Okay, this screams hard counterspell to me. Either that or they're just trying to bolt us out of the game. Huh. Oh, that is so good. Oh, do we play around days? They've got 3 cards in hand. They haven't cast any cantrips, but they surveilled. They did not surveil when they cast Lightning Bolt. No, they did. They surveilled a Volcanic into the graveyard. Ugh. Question is do they have a hard counter here? Like, this is making me think that they have actual counterspell. Well, let's do this. See what they do here. Is it a 1-drop? Yes, they have Ponder on top. I think we will wait one more turn. Predict. Okay. What are they naming? Are they just going to name Ponder because they know it's on top? Yeah, they're going to name Ponder so they can draw 2 cards. We'll see. We're probably just slamming it next turn regardless to see what happens. We probably should have done it there, but like I said, luckily we know they don't really have any 3 drops in their deck. Main deck anyways. I just would have liked to have like a Force of Will backup or something. Alright, they keep whatever that is on top. I'm assuming that means it's a counter spell of some sort. Or are they gonna fetch it away? Just to fuck with us. Alright, let's see what we're drawing. Alright. I mean, this is kind of just what it comes down to here. Like, think we're slamming it regardless. We drew a Force of Will. That's nice. Honestly, I'm like 99% sure they do not have 3-drops on the top, like in their main deck. If they somehow have like a Force Negation, so be it. What? Baby Murktide Regent. Okay. You do not have a 15-drop in your deck. I know that for a fact. Alright, we got game 1 against Delver. Oh, let's fucking go. Like I said, the nice part about this deck is like, if we can get a fatty into play, they can't do anything about it. Bring the other Omniscience in. Bring in Brother's Hood in. That gets rid of a lot of their small creatures. Take out Dazes. Bring in the Red Elemental Blasts. Is this gonna at least blow up a Murktide region or something? Maybe we only need the 1 Omniscience. But sticking Omniscience is amazing for us. Let's actually get rid of the monkey. On the draw, I don't think it's going to be as important. I don't think we're going to try to go for just like slamming shit as quick as possible here. So... I mean, that's just a good hand, so we'll keep it. We'd like to top deck, like, our defense grid would be a nice little top deck. We're not doing anything anyway, so we'll just pass this turn. Targeting himself? Okay. Since we got multiple ponders, I mean, if this gets a Daze out of their hand, it gets a Daze out of their hand, and I'm actually kind of okay with that. That's defense grid, like, that's what we want. I mean, yeah, that's literally what we want. We want to be able to slam that defense grid. Unfortunately, I think we're gonna wait a turn. Is he doing this just to see if he's flipping a Delver? Okay, yeah. He did it just to see if he could flip a Delver. Trying to time this properly is going to be the fun part. Because I would very much like to get down defense grid and sneak attack in the same turn. Oh, we're gonna play land because I want to play around Daze. Oh, show and tell, sweet. Put back. Put back. Fetch this shit away. We're gonna pretend like we don't really have anything going on here. Since we have the show and tell, I'm gonna go grab a basic. Okay, is this eating a counter spell? Okay, that gets a counter spell out of hand. That's totally fine by me. That is actually super okay with me. So I guess the question becomes is if we can get this show and tell down, do we want the sneak attack or do we want the Atraxa? Because I did just realize we don't actually have the red mana. I probably should have fetched up a Valk there, but I mean, what's done is done. Unless we draw red source here. No, we draw Preordain. No, we're gonna try to get it down. If this eats another counterspell, I'm actually kind of okay with it. We can pay for a daze. Alright, resolves. Bottom. We're gonna top it just in case they leave all their mana up for a counterspell next turn. Okay, so this allows us to actually show and tell in sneak attack and activate it. And we're drawing another red source next turn, so theoretically we should be able to get a second thing off of this Atraxa. It's just going to come down to... Okay, so they're going to hold up mana. The funny part is we actually have enough mana to be able to do both show and tells. And they're only going to be able to counter one of them. Like, we're going to let them counter the first one, and then we're just going to show and tell an Atraxa. Because, I mean, unless they brought in... whatchamacallit? Okay, that's fine. We're free to do whatever we want now. Mystic Sanctuary. Ooh, that actually does get their Pyroblast back. But this is going to draw us a fuckload of cards to be able to do this again. We want... Emrakul. Scalding Tarn, Sneak Attack. Ponder, Defense Grid. Blooded Strand? No, what did I grab two of? Oh, right, I already grabbed a land. Alright. This should be fine then. Because they can kill this. We know they're drawing their Reb. They can go ahead and kill this. Oh, they're going to ponder first. Okay, so as long as they tap down for next turn, we have the... I guess we don't have the mana to actually sneak attack in and Emrakul at the same turn. So we do have 2 turns. Okay, yep, go ahead. That's fine. I guess we'll see what we hit. Okay, that's annoying. Fuck. Okay, we still have enough. Assuming they don't have whatchamacallit. They've only got 1 card, so they can't. I mean, I guess they could. No, they can't even. No, they can daze. I don't know. Whatever, fuck it. Alright. So unless they've got bolts, we should be good. I'm pretty sure they've still got this predict in hand, too. So unless they found a bolt, I think they're just dead. Does this show us what they name? Names Ponder, okay. Alright. they scooped it up. Cool. We didn't even need to fucking figure out what we were gonna get. We're okay. It's not even gonna let us see. All right, cool. That is one of the nice things is, as you saw there, if you can get something big and fat into play, like they were able to kill Atraxa, but it did its job. Atraxa is the only creature they actually really have a way to deal with, unless they have Brazen Borrower or so. We'll see. But as you can see there, like, you really couldn't even tell that it did have expressive iteration. Like, maybe they could have had a little bit better card selection if they had it, but like that game really didn't play out any differently than if it was in their deck versus if it wasn't. Like, okay, you saw Predict, which they've used in the past anyways. Like, it's not like it's not a card you've ever seen in the deck before. So I still stand by, like, as much as I do love the fact that they did these bans, and I think they were a very good thing, and I'm glad they did them, it's not going to change the meta. It's still going to be the same meta. Like, initiative is just going to look a little bit different. And you knock down Delver from tier 0 to tier 0.5 or some shit. Like, it's still head and shoulders above everything else you could be doing if you just want to go from a pure spiky standpoint. But to truly knock Delver down, I think you have to ban something that is deemed untouchable in Legacy. Whether it's Daze or it's Brainstorm, I've kind of been thinking a bit, and I'm kind of thinking, like, maybe DRC actually wouldn't be a halfway bad ban. Because I've heard some people saying that Murktide is the more powerful card versus DRC, but... And honestly, I initially agreed with that statement, but I was thinking, like, DRC is what enables the super fast Murktide Regents. If you were to get rid of DRC, they could still do fast Murktides, don't get me wrong, but they would not be as fast as being able to just surveil shit into your graveyard. Like, Mishra's Bauble isn't suddenly 2 cards in your graveyard to fuel a Murktide Regent. And then, I don't know, maybe if you got rid of that, you'd see it going back to, like, Rug Delver with Tarmogoyfs and shit. Oh, shit, it's Thiccc. I don't know if I've ever played against Thiccc. So this is a great hand if they're on something non-interactive. We're going to risk it. We are going to risk it for the biscuit. I have no idea what kind of decks Thiccc plays. Apparently something blue. Okay, I don't hate that. We are going to open ourselves up to a Wasteland. We're gonna put Brainstorm on top. We have the fetch to be able to shuffle away one of those Ancient Tombs. This also gives us a fuckload of mana. Painful, but it's a lot of mana. Are they on Delver? Huh? Alright. Well, since Brainstorm is now shut off, I'm kind of tempted to just YOLO this shit. So they're on a Chalice Wasteland deck. Is it worth seeing what else they have going on, or do we just say fuck it and go for it? This does lose to a Daze. This loses to a Force of Will regardless. I think we're going to go ahead and just pass the turn and see what else we can determine out of this deck. This is an interesting setup, to say the least. This also does give us access to more red mana if we need it. Assuming they don't have a Stifle. If they have a Stifle, we cry. Not really sure what decks are playing this combination of lands and Chalice. Oh, geez. Double Wasteland? God damn. Okay. Sure. Maybe we were losing one of them. What's our opponent doing over there? I mean, if they stifle us, we're just gonna fucking scoop. This would be so painful if they stifle us. Alright, they don't stifle us. We're gonna go get an unwastelandable land. So well. Oh, they're on fucking Merfolk. Okay. Well, that's a thing. Okay. Well, that sucks. Okay, this makes a lot more sense now. The question is going to be, do they care about their mana more, or are they going to try to just restrict us? We definitely know Force of Will is an issue here. Force of Will, Force of Negation, Subtlety, all of that shit is in play. I'm assuming they're going to blow up our Ancient Tomb, if I had to take a guess. It'd be very strange if they didn't. Maybe they won't. Because the problem is, okay, there they go. This turns every other Merfolk in their deck into a Force Spike. Chalice on 0. Okay. That's a Force of Will. So the problem is this is just sacrifice it. Gonna see if I can bait them to pop this, trying to use something else. Either that or I just hope that I hit a land and I can show and tell in this fucking Emrakul. Because I don't think this deck... Well, I mean, I guess it's got Trickster and shit. I don't know. I think Amazon is here. Alright, so basically, I'm just hoping for a land here so I can pay for this fucking Voldaren Hexmage. That is not a land. I mean, we got 2 Emrakuls. We're just gonna shuffle our shit back in here. Get our lands back. I'm gonna die to the 1/1 fucking beats here. Shit. My question is, how many free counter spells do they just have sitting over there? We're just trying to find a fucking land to be able to pay for this stupid Hex Drinker or Hex Catcher. Alright. And check a Brainstorm. It's gonna be one of those who draws a land first sort of situations, I guess. Fuck. How many free counter spells do you have, opponent? Okay, Chalice and Aether Vial just seems kind of like a combo, but Jesus Christ. This is some enthralling magic we got going on. We're just gonna die to the 1/1 beats. This is kind of crazy. Like, we can get through one counter spell is basically what this comes down to. We just gotta hope that their hand is like a bunch of fucking 2-drops, like all their fucking lords and shit. Oh my god. Jesus. This is turn 10. Oh my god. You've got to be kidding me. Apparently they can't draw land to save their life either. We are literally just gonna die to those fucking 1/1 beats here. Alright, what's he discarded now? Phantasmal Image. Land. Oh, thank god. Okay. I mean, like, the problem is we don't have a choice. We're going for it. Like, it is what it is. Like, if they got another counter, they got another counter, and we're just dead. Like, they, I guarantee you they have another. There's no fucking way they don't. Oh, fuck. Alright, I feel like Atraxa is the correct choice here. Emrakul gives us the win next turn. Atraxa's gonna refuel our hand now. And hopefully give us stuff to do. Because this dies hard to a Merfolk Trickster is the problem. If they do manage to get one. But this does stop a Brazen Borrower. Oh, fuck. I think it's gotta be Atraxa. It's gotta be Atraxa. I need to refuel my hand. Can Phantasmal Image copy someone else's creature? Yes. The Phantasmal Image can copy something else. They are debating what they want to put in. Hard fucking core over there. Alright, opponent. Make your choice. Okay, Master of the Pearl Trident is kind of okay. This does put me at half of my life total and they're unblockable, but sneak attack. Tarn, Petal, Preordain, Daze. Cool. So, like, the thing is I'm not dead to another Lord. I have a Daze to try to fuck up a Lord if they play one. Like, I might as well play this out. It's not going to do anything. It also decreases the number of cards I have in my hand. Oh, let's get rid of the Preordain. This also does start padding our life total, which is nice. And they can get in. Okay, they're getting in with one. Okay, Force of Will is good. Holy shit, I think we might have squeaked this one out. I don't want to talk too soon, but... And, like, now we can pay for multiple merfolk being sacked to this thing. They finally hit their second land. Okay. Like, them being uncounterable is kind of annoying. We also can counter a Trickster, which is nice. I would like another blue card for this Force. Another blue card for this Force would be nice. Sneak attack is not a blue card. This is okay, so it is a Trickster. So the question is do we daze or do we force? I think the correct option here is daze it. Don't click through combat by accident. Alright. One more blue card would be nice. We are back up to a healthy 20, which is nice. Ooh, okay, now he's got his own Atraxa. Yep. Is there any way that I can target this thing main deck? I don't think there is. So like a soul land here would actually be pretty sweet. Get them to start sacrificing their shit to try to get me to counter a sneak attack. But they are going to get to find a bunch of shit. They did find a Force of Will. Cavern of Souls is big. Wasteland is big. They have another Trickster. I'm hitting that fucking Phantasmal Image is huge. Luckily, they're not getting a ton that's super duper relevant here. Like I said, that Force of Will is... I don't think I have anything main deck that targets is the problem. Chooses Cavern of Souls, Chalice, Lord of Atlantis, and Force of Will. Otawara goes away. Hexmage. Cavern of Souls, Harbinger. Lord of Atlantis. Okay. This does make the rest of their merfolk uncounterable. Oh, and a Curse Catcher? God damn it. I mean, I guess that doesn't really do a ton. I have another Show and Tell. It might be worth getting them to pop something for this. They didn't take Wasteland. See if we can get a counter out of their hand for this, or if they're willing to sacrifice something for it. Alright, there goes that one. Phantasmal image is annoying as fuck. This is just any non-creature spell, right? Yeah. Whereas Curse Catcher is specifically instant or sorcery. Alright, Lord of Atlantis. So they're going for the... Rip. I guess that makes sense, because Atraxa has... I mean, as much as this sucks, I think we're just going to block here. It's got Vigilance, so it makes sense that they're attacking with it. This will pad our life total a little bit here, and gets rid of the Atraxa. However, we still need to get through all of this, which is going to involve a whole lot of lands, which we're apparently just not hitting. I mean, I guess that is an Ancient. Yeah, we're not getting through this. With them having that Hex Catcher on board, we're not getting through. They have too many counter spells. Alright, so Brothers Hit End comes in. Defense Grids come in. Pyroblast come in. Force of Wills and Misdirections come out. Dazes come out. If they hadn't gotten that fucking Phantasmal image we had that game... Womp. I guess now I know going forward, he could choose a Merfolk player. What's up, peace and love? What up, what up? Bro, well, welcome to the fucking club. Hmm. Like, I want to keep this, but I can't. RBS 151. Yeah, so I kind of went into my opinion of it earlier in the stream. Like, I don't want to come off as a Debbie Downer because I'm not. I'm happy they did these bannings. I think they were good bannings, but in the grand scheme of things, I don't think they're changing anything. Based off of what we got here, I'm gonna put 2 back. Let's put back Gristledad. Gristledad Delta. Yeah, I don't know. Like, so Delver's still going to be Delver. Expressive Iteration slightly decreases its card selection ability, but it was a deck before that existed, and it was still top of the format. Okay, so Atraxa's not bad. Let's put back... I mean, we'll just put back the 2 lands for now. Like, it was still a deck before. It's still going to be a deck after. It's just going to swap it out. We saw today, like, someone's playing Predict instead. So, it's honestly not going to change anything. I really don't believe it will. Um, it's just going to do its thing. Like, all right, so I can reb something. You know what? Fuck it, we're doing it. We came here to game. We're gonna fucking game. For initiative, um, I think what initiative is gonna do is it's probably gonna either go into another color. I've seen a lot of people testing with red for Caves of Chaos Adventure. I'm sure it's gonna go into black. And it also depends when we get the rest of the initiative creatures on. Um, get the rest of the creatures onto Moto. What do we got here? So a lot of it's going to depend on when the... Oh, cool. Hex Sketcher. I'm fine with that. When we get the rest of the creatures on... All right. Hold on one second. I got to think here. We take Defense Grid, Emrakul, Sneak Attack... Island Ponder. No, we passed turn. Initiative, it might also morph into more of a like Death and Taxa style deck, like we kind of saw it doing recently, anyways, where it's got like Archons and Thalias and Chalices, and kind of turn more into a Death and Taxa Stompy style list that's just waiting for Season Dungeoneer. So I think the problem with Delver, it's kind of a combination between the two. Like, it's just head and shoulders above everything else that can be being done in the format currently. Like, it's just it has answers for everything. It has great card draw. Like, I really don't know what realistically is good against it. I know there are certain decks that theoretically have positive matchups, but I mean, like, the deck overall has, what is it, fucking... Oh shit, what is it? Like a 90 or 50? Holy shit, this is weird. Yeah, we'll just do this and we'll grab the fetch land. It's got like a 53% win rate overall in non-mirror matchups. So like, I don't know. The prevalence is because it's so good, in my opinion. Like, your spikes and the people who all they care about is winning, they're gonna gravitate toward the deck that is the best in the format. So like, it makes sense in that sense that it's prevalent because it's so good. The only way I can realistically see taking it down is if you go after something that's untouchable. Whether it's Brainstorm, it's Daze. I think Dragon Rage Channeler could actually be a really interesting option. That is one I have heard recently that I actually think has a halfway decent shot. Is this gonna... No, what are they doing? They're just gonna flash in a Hex Catcher. That's fine. I don't care as much about the Hex Catcher. That's totally... Oh! They're letting it go. Oh. Okay. Okay, opponent. You wanna let it go, that's fine. So, I don't know, like... It's 20% of the meta because it's so good. So, they kind of go hand in hand, in my opinion. But again, the only way to really take it down a notch, in my opinion, is to go after something that's untouchable. I think the only other pseudo, like, not untouchable thing you could go after, in theory, would be Dragon Rage Channeler. I've heard a bunch of arguments whether it would be that or Murktide Regent, and the more I thought about it, Dragon Rage Channeler is what enables the super quick Murktide Regent. So I think getting rid of Darcy would slow the deck down considerably in terms of powering out Murktide. But I don't know, like, again, I'm super glad that they actually did something. Oh, peace and love. Thank you for the follow, by the way. The fucking notifications aren't sounding for some weird reason. RBS 151, thank you for the follow as well. Yeah, I don't know, like, I don't think it's going to change much long term. You're going to see a bunch of people jamming random stuff right now because every time there's a banning, everyone is like, oh my god, the meta's wide open. We can do whatever we want. And it's just people being like, okay, there's a ban. Cool, let's just fucking jam shit. And then it's still going to coalesce around the same shit. Which is whatever. Like, it is what it is. On deck. Guess we're keeping this. I guess we're gonna throw two petals back. But yeah, I don't know. EI was a big part of how the deck comes back into games. So I agree EI is a big late game thing, but I don't know. I don't think it's gonna catastrophically change anything by any means. Like maybe I'm oversimplifying it. That is very much a possibility. But I don't think that having EI gone is going to realistically change much, other than, yes, Delver's late game plan takes a bit of a hit. It's still going to be good against the decks that it's good against. It's still going to be bad against the decks that it's bad against. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'm being a little too pessimistic just because of how long Delver has been the best thing you could do in the format. Because, like, after Top got banned, it's literally been some form of Delver is the best possible thing you could be doing, regardless of what you're doing. Like, so maybe it's just because I'm so jaded against Delver that I don't think it's going to change a ton. Maybe it does and I'm wrong, but I still think Delver is going to be the number one deck in the format by a long shot. Like, it was the best deck before EI happened. It's going to be the best deck after EI happens. It's as simple as that, in my opinion. Alright, let's see if they're willing to sack this Curse Catcher. Bottom, top, because we need the land. And hope we draw no counter. But yeah, I don't know, like I said, I don't want to sound like a Debbie Downer on this because I'm incredibly happy WotC actually did something. I love that they're actually paying attention to Legacy, that it's not this like dead, forgotten format and all that. It's just kind of one of those things where it's like, I think a lot of people are kind of just overreacting to the hype. So if it's sitting around 10%, I think that's fine. It's when you run into a league and like 3 of your 5 matchups are against the same deck, or you run into a large scale tournament and half of your top 8 is the same deck. Like, that's problematic metagame percentages, in my opinion. I mean, fuck, I guess we're gonna try to go for this next turn. Hopefully we're still alive and they don't have a Hex Catcher. Because we can pay for the one off the Curse Catcher. But yeah, I don't know. That's just kind of where I stand on this stuff. My opinion. Holy shit, am I just dead here? No, I go to holy shit. All right, well I guess I'm. Oh fuck, actually I am just dead because I can't even crack this fetch or I'm just dead. Well, we got out aggroed by a really fucking fast Merfolk start. Like, our only hope. Yeah, no, we're just dead. Unless we hit a City of Traders, which we do not. Okay. Good games, Nikachu. Good games. Yeah, like 10% is fine. I think the other thing that just kind of annoys me when it comes to like something being 20 to 30% of the metagame is just kind of the hypocrisy of it with what they did to the twin ban. And that was before my time. I didn't actually start playing until after Twin and Pod and all that shit happened. Like, I didn't start playing until after Eldrazi Winter. But just looking back at the data, it's the inherent inconsistency that's like, oh, it was, I think they said it was like 12% of the meta or something like that. And it was too dominant. And they banned it to shake up Modern. Yet we're seeing decks running around now that are like 20+%, but that's suddenly not a problem in terms of metagame percentage? But maybe I'm just a stickler for internal consistency with logic. Unless you can admit that you were wrong, but like WotC's not going back and admitting they were wrong about 12% being too much of the meta. Don't think it's gonna be a huge meta change, but I hope that Delver initiative dropped it. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I don't think Delver's gonna drop a ton. I'm gonna guess it's still gonna be 15+% once they figure out what they want to replace Expressive Iteration with. Like I said, we faced one dude who already had Predicts and was trying that out. And then we saw, I've seen some people are just like jamming Counterspell. I've seen some people saying that new card coming from March of the Machine is going to be a replacement. So I don't think Delver's going anywhere. It's not going to drop to 10. I will fully admit I'm wrong and eat my words if it drops that fucking low, but I really don't think it's going to. But that's just me. Initiative, you are going to see a huge drop off for sure at first, but that's also because it's just going to morph into a different deck. It's not going to be mono white initiative anymore. Like I said, you're either going to see people branching into other colors, like I've seen a lot of people branching into red or turning mono red prison into initiative decks, or you're going to see it morph into more of a Death and Taxes Stompy style deck, like I kind of started seeing recently, toward right before the ban, where it's like Archon of Emeria and Thalia and all that kind of shit. Hey, it's broccoli. Eat your vegetables, kids. Yeah, we can keep this. So I don't know. I'm incredibly happy they did something. So mana base does get a lot rougher with two colors, but I have seen some Boros initiative decks work. It's going to take a lot of tweaking, but I do think that's the direction it's going to go. And then once we get the rest of the initiative creatures onto MTGO, I think you're going to see some people branching into green for whatever the green adventurer is. The good black adventurer is still not on Moto yet, so I think you're going to see a lot of Orzhov once that comes in, because then you get the black one and you get the 4-drop black one, which is already seeing play. I do think the percentage is going to drop down, though, just because it's not as fast and not as free winny. Let's ponder. Start off with that. But, I don't know. I think this is interesting. We can shuffle some of this away next turn. So, let's go ahead and do this. Because this theoretically does actually speed up our sneak attack. Because we can get to 4 mana, show and sneak attack, and then activate it. So I actually don't hate this. I guess we're going to see what our opponent's on. Oh, Jesus. Another... Please don't be merfolk. Oh, it's goblins. Okay. I'm actually kind of okay with goblins. They don't have counter magic. Okay, opponent. Okay, so here's the Earth. This might be objectively wrong, but I don't fucking care right now. Can you deal with a turn 2 Emrakul? Watch, they just like randomly made that Caracas for some stupid reason. Or they're just gonna like slam Mux us into play, and they're just gonna go wide enough that none of this matters. But yeah, I don't know. Like, oh, it's Goblin Matron. That's fine. I don't think there's any 2-mana Goblin they can get that gets them out of this. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, I don't know. That's just my opinion on this whole thing. I'm incredibly happy they did it. I'm glad WotC is actually paying attention to Legacy, and they skipped it up. So that part is nice. It's just I think the people that are saying like, "Oh my God, it's a whole new format," are they're kind of going a little overboard, in my opinion. I do not think it's going to be a brand new format by any means. What do we want to do here is the question. They have Cavern of Souls, so I'm kind of tempted to just take out all of my counter magic. Like, other than Brother's End, I really don't know what else I should bring into this. And let's trim a Force of Will. Yeah, sure, fuck it, let's try that. Like, since they have Cavern of Souls, so, and they don't have counter magic, so I really don't know what else to change other than bring a Brother's Head in. But yeah, I don't know. That's just kind of my take on it. I've been noticing, even before the banning yesterday, I noticed a lot of, like, suddenly people playing a shitload of Doomsday and a shitload of, whatchamacallit, Death Shadow. So, like, the meta was already kind of trying to change on its own before all of this happened. So I think it might keep going in that general direction, but we'll see. I will say, any chance to see less chalices, and I'm happy. Choose those gobos. Lackey? Yep, Lackey. Alright. Soul Land or another Lotus Petal? Or a monkey? Soul Land, Petal, monkey. I mean, ask and you shall receive, I guess? So the question becomes, is do we want a Gristledead or do we want a Atraxa? What do we want? Gristle Dad or Gristle Mom? Mom or Dad? Mom or Dad? Mom or Dad? Mom or Dad? I feel like against aggro, Mom is probably better. Because the vigilance matters. I watch them just have like monkey reb or something stupid. I mean, if they do, it's whatever. We'll see. I'm happy to see anything change in this format currently. Like I said, if I end up being wrong, so be it. I will fully admit I was wrong with Initiative. I thought it was going to peter out into just like a respected deck, not something that was going to dominate the format the way that it did. So, all right, we got another Goblin Matron. What are they grabbing? Is there any like bounce goblins that I just don't know about? Okay, they're gonna grab a Muxus. Do they have a way to put Muxus into play? Force of Will is useless, so let's grab Lotus Petal, Sneak Attack, Misty Rainforest, Brother's Hood End, so I can try to wipe the board if need be. I mean, I'm in sure. Just because it's a free card, we'll grab Force of Will too, even if it's useless. And this was turn 1, so I already played my land drop, so we'll pass the turn here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to see where Legacy goes with this, but in the grand scheme of things, I don't really think it's going to change much. We'll see. That's my take on it. I am honestly more concerned about like the next couple of sets coming out than anything. Like, I have a feeling Mom is going to be even more pushed than All Will Be One was, and I'm curious what. Oh, well, that's cute. I guess I wasn't thinking Pyroblast to kill Atraxa, but I mean, we got a way to kill it or stop it, so I guess Force of Will actually was a good thing I grabbed it. Alright, they're not gonna bother attacking. Okay, cool. We're good. And they scoop it up. Cool. Cool. Alright, so that was mildly disappointing. We only went 2-3, but I mean, the sad part is that's still better than we've been doing in general lately. We're going to another one. We got time. We got plenty of time to do another league. I don't know. Like I said, I'm more worried about like the push cards that are coming out in the next couple of sets, and the fact that the Lord of the Rings set is going to be straight to modern, which means the power level is in theory going to be even higher. And every time we've seen a straight to modern set, it just puts in all sorts of like crazy broken shit into all the formats. So I'm like half anticipating Gandalf is going to be some fucking broken ass planeswalker or something that we're going to be dealing with in Legacy forever. I'm also, and this is a personal, I'm worried, is when they finally get Unfinity on here, I'm just thinking the logistical nightmare of the attractions, just trying to keep track of all that stuff. Because I've seen some board states and paper that I'm just like, I've seen some janky shit before, but I can't even tell what's going on that board state. So I'm a little concerned about that. But not from a power level perspective, just from a what the fuck is going on here perspective. Is this Painter? Ooh, faking us out here. Okay. I predict my brainstorm is gonna get REB'd here. That little pump fake there makes me think we're about to get. Oh, no, we didn't. Okay. I mean, we might as well put back land and land. So, like, we can show and tell next turn, or we can try to wait. I mean, we'll see what they do here. I think that's what's really going to come down to. Depending on what they do. Okay, so yeah, this is Painter for sure. So show and tell is going, or not show and tell, sneak attack is going to be our friend. Ooh. Do they just have it? Because if they play a Painter, we're just dead next turn. So the problem is we know we're not getting a soul land next turn. Since this is an activated ability, you need a mana, sack an artifact. Okay. So the problem is we know we're dead next turn. Is it worth showing them anything? Because there's nothing that we can draw. Well, actually, no, we're not dead because we're going to have Emrakul shuffle back in. So I guess actually, yeah, I'm so not used to playing with Emrakul on my deck anymore. I have not played Sneak and Show other than that one league like 3 weeks ago, and so fucking long. Yeah, well, we'll just pass the turn, I guess. Like, unless they have some kind of graveyard hate I'm not thinking about here. I keep forgetting that this combo doesn't fucking work against us. The one thing I will have to watch out about is if they name blue, I am going to have to start watching out for red elemental blast, but I don't know if they're going to have the mana to be able to do it. Are they trying to do it at instant speed? Well, we don't need the other land, so that's fine. We can shuffle it away. An Emrakul on top would be nice. I'm curious if they're just gonna scoop to it. Like, if they go for it, I am really curious if they're just gonna say fuck it and scoop. I mean, we're doing the thing. So the question becomes: I think we want a Griselbrand actually? Because Griselbrand's going to be a draw 14. They very well could have a red elemental blast though, so that part's mildly problematic. So maybe we should wait. I mean, the other option is we get the red out of their hand now and we just sneak attack next turn. So like, it's just a matter of how we want to do this. I think we're gonna go ahead and see if we can get the REB out of their hand now. Because next turn we have the mana to be able to play sneak attack and sneak something into play at the same time. Okay, so we got a red elemental blast out of their hand. I did just realize they might have main deck Pithing Needle, though. Which would be annoying, but not the end of the world. Main deck Pithing Needle. We will see if they have it or not. I honestly haven't looked at this list well enough to know if they would. Painter. Y'all play main deck Pithing Needle? According to this list, yes. I mean, I don't think that was going to change anything anyways, but I guess we're going to see if these guys actually have it or not. Soul Guide Lantern. This doesn't stop it, though, right? Like, how does the triggering work on this? Because one of my triggers is going to go on the stack first, right? So how do the triggers work here? Because this active player... So one of these... Oh, no, it doesn't. Okay. I figured one of these would go on in the middle of one of the other ones, but I guess not. Okay. I've actually never run into this situation before to see how these triggers stack. Because... whatever. It's irrelevant at this point. But I've honestly never been in a situation... This is of a spell? Okay, we can get rid of that. Get rid of the dazes. Let's trim a preordain and try that. Yeah, I've never actually played on it because I know whatchamacallit is like every 2 cards. I guess it doesn't use triggers then when it sees a repeat. It just repeats the process. I don't know. I'm assuming that's what happened there. Okay. So it wasn't the replacement effect I was thinking about. It was the for some reason I thought like between each iteration of 2 cards, it checked and put another trigger on the stack. I guess I didn't realize it doesn't actually use triggers. Because I've never had a deck that can actually just like, or I should say I don't regularly play decks that have Emrakul in them, so normally a mill kill is just a fucking mill kill regardless. But I don't know. But whoever was mentioning Painter earlier, I think it was High Star. Here's your Painter, yeah, High Star. Here's your Painter deck you were talking about. I will be right back, though, while our opponent is sideboarding. One moment. By the way, Toundum? Welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Alright, let's see here. I mean, this is entirely dependent on what this Ponder hits, but it might be worth it. So I think we're gonna keep it. This is very much entirely dependent on how this ponder plays out. Okay, well, I mean, that's a way to get around an Emrakul, I suppose. Alright, we'll see what this ponder gets us. Show and tell, I mean, I kind of like all of these things. I very much like all of these things. The question becomes, do we want to turn to Emrakul? That's probably the correct option. I mean, we can turn to it regardless, so we can do that. That. Run out the Lotus Petal. And we're just gonna kind of hope they don't have a Red Elemental Blast and they actually, like, play something that costs mana. We also could just be setting them up for the kill. I don't fucking... We'll find out. We're gonna see what they do here. What's up, girl? Come on. Say hi. Come say hi, girl. Come on. Come on. You come say hello? Here. No, but trying to get the dog on screen here. Come here. Come here. Good girl. What's up, baby? Hello. Hey, Nahiri. Alright. Does this deck play monkey? Does it play monkey and does it play ensnaring bridge? I don't know. We're gonna fucking find out. Oh, fuck. Okay. Okay. But they get 2 cards out of their hand, though, so that helps. Like, I know the name of this game is basically, like, don't give them an opportunity to Pyroblast, but there's certain points where you're just like, you know what, fuck it. Okay, so they have a Painter Servant. So we're dead next. Like, it is what it is. I don't know, like... So I will apologize now to anyone who has never seen this stream before. I'm honestly not taking today seriously. This is not my main deck. Yeah, we're just dead. I just wanted to take a break from Saga Storm just because it was incredibly fucking frustrating last week. So that and like all the chat about the bannings that are going on, obviously I'm focusing on talking about that and shit. So I apologize that this gameplay is not the tightest by any means. It's just kind of here just to shake things up a little bit. Thiccc. Last seen playing Nick Fit. It's interesting. We cannot keep this. You know, we can keep this one. We'll put the Emrakul to the bottom. This is not a terrible hand. Let's see. I'm thinking probably next stream. I'm gonna show and tell Force of Will. Put Force to the bottom, put Show and Tell on top, because I still need another land. I'm thinking probably next stream I'll go back to Saga Storm to get some more reps in and see if maybe holy shit. Okay, what's our opponent doing? Alright. So what could they possibly name here? I'm assuming they're gonna name Force of Will. What are the I mean, they say preordained. What are the chances they just blind name Show and Tell? I mean, I guess... I don't know. I don't think it's worth it not knowing for a fact we can go for it next turn, so... Yeah, name's Force of Will. So we still theoretically have the chance to go for it if we just hit a land next turn, or we hit Monkey, or we hit a Lotus Petal. This definitely does look like Nick Fit to me. No, show and tell. If we can find a soul land off of this, we can still do it. That is a soul land. Brainstorm, Scalding Tarn, City of Traders. Is this Sultai fit? But yeah, okay. Endurance is fine. I don't care about that. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm gonna try to hop on this weekend, maybe Friday night, maybe Saturday. Kind of depends on what we got going on and what the wife wants to do. But since I didn't get to stream yesterday, I do want to try to get another stream in. So I'll probably be back onto my normal Storm bullshit then, to like actually start taking shit seriously. Okay, that's a veteran explorer. Question is do they have a Liliana? Because that could be problematic. Because if they can go get another black, okay, they scoop it out. Because Liliana there would be a problem. Actually, don't hate surgicals here. They have a lot of basics. A Blood Moon's probably useless. Brother's Head End is probably useless. Against what our opponent's doing, I don't hate Misdirection here. Daze seems kind of irrelevant. They're gonna have so much mana anyways, it's not gonna matter. Let's try something like that, run it back. But yeah, I don't know. For those of you who've never been here before, I typically play Saga Storm shenanigans. Oh, we're already to our match. Okay. Yeah, we can keep this. Oh, is this Jund deck fit? Ball therapy. You know what? The chances of them naming anything in my hand are so incredibly low. I'm gonna let them name something. They're probably gonna name Force of Will or Show and Tell. The fact that I don't have either of those, oh, they name Brainstorm. I don't have that either. Let's say the chances of them naming something actually relevant here are incredibly low. And I'll actually gladly take the ramp from a veteran explorer at this point. Or we can just shut off most of their veteran explorer bullshit. That is also a very real possibility here. City, Scalding Tarn, Surgical. And then we're going to see what you got going on over there. Ooh. Oh, ooh. Okay. So this is like Chain of Smog Nick fits. Well, that's interesting. So we do need to worry about this Red Elemental Blast. I mean, we take the Cabal Therapy there, we take the Therapy there, we take the Therapy there. We take the Therapy there. Chandra Awakening for that's cute. This is kind of spicy. I kind of like it. Some interesting shit in this deck. Well, we are going to take a picture of this. Just so we can look to see what it is in case it's relevant. Like I said, we do gotta worry about this, but we can probably bait it out with something. Or we just rely on getting, whatchamacallit. Alright, so Misdirection doesn't do it, does it? I'm drawing that green mana kind of fucked us here. Because it's just going to change the target. So, actually, if I change the target to myself, Oh, but they're gonna have the snow cover. Okay, we're just dead. Because they're gonna be able to Red Elemental Blast it anyways in response, so we're not gonna be able to misdirect it. Okay. So now that we know what our opponent's doing, I still don't think we change anything. Like, nothing we have is particularly relevant against them, other than surgicaling something after we counter it. Our best bet is just to have the turn 1 kill. But this isn't terrible, I guess. I guess we'll keep this. Maybe we hit something good off of this brainstorm. That's kind of just our hope. So we hit something relevant off of brainstorm. So we can find Soul Land, Show and Tell, that'd be nice. All right, they're gonna Cabal Therapy. We're gonna brainstorm. We're just gonna put the brainstorms back. We're gonna see what they name. The chances of them naming any of these things are kind of slim to none, so we're actually kind of okay with it. We're gonna draw another brainstorm. So, nope, we do not have a Show and Tell opponent. And we're gonna dump as much of our hand as possible. We are like, this feels. So I do get to go 2 deeper, I guess. So let's brainstorm. Preordained Brainstorm, Flooded Strand. Go back to City. Flooded. Preordained. Bottom. Top. So basically, we need a land. I guess we still need a fatty, don't we? Oh no, I probably shouldn't put that Atraxa to the bottom now that I think about it, but whatever. We do need a fatty. Well, I guess we're gonna do this then. There's Lotus Petal is useless now. We know we're not drawing a land. Put back Surgical, Omniscience. We're gonna draw Omniscience, but still lets us use Misdirection. And then we're gonna Ponder and hope that we can find a land. This is basically what's gonna go on here. I'm curious if they sack this Collector Oof. That'd be kind of okay. They do. I wonder what they're gonna take. What do they know about, and what are they gonna take? Aha! We put the Omniscience back, opponents. Joke's on you. Alright. So now we're drawing the Omniscience. He lands. Holy fuck. Okay, that's in any order. That's a Show and Tell. I would prefer not to pitch Omniscience to Misdirection, but I will if we have to. Because I'd much rather have Omniscience on the battlefield. I If they Cabal Therapias, I'm assuming they're going to name Sneak Attack. It's that, or they have a Red Elemental Blast. Oh, this is even better. Yeah, Red Elemental Blast, a Sneak Attack. And that's lethal. How do you like 22 Flying Hasty Annihilator 6 damage opponent? All hail Dad and Spaghetti Monster. Ugh. Fun times. Thank you everyone who's stopping by tonight. I hope you all are having fun. Thank you everyone for the follows. For those of you who really like what you see here, I am going to be doing a giveaway once I hit 10 subs. It will be a full art tutor from Dominaria Remastered. It will either be a Worldly tutor or an Enlightened tutor. It is winner's choice. K8. Don't know what they were on or what they are on. This is risky, but I'm going to keep it. This is a turn 2 sneak attack. Assuming our opponent is not on something with counter magic or discard. Playing a turn 1 mountain also might not have. Okay, so they played. They multi 6. Who knows what the fuck they got going on over there? This is super weak to like fast ass combo though. I don't want to play with the Lotus Petal just so they don't think I'm on. They don't think I'm on a combo deck. Maybe they think I'm on Painter. Maybe they think I'm on like Burn. Okay, so they're on something blue. Sucks. So the chances of them having counter magic are incredibly high. They chose to shuffle though. So this loses to Daze and it loses to Force of Will. Oh, this is so fucking tempting. It's probably the incorrect thing. Fuck it, we came here to game, let's game. This is objectively the wrong thing to do, but we came here to game. We're gonna see if we can get them. This does play for a Daze. It does lose to Force of Will, though. Force of Negation pitching Force of Will. Okay. I mean, that did get 2 cards out of their hand. And we are live to another land to just play a sneak attack. Counterbalance. Someone is playing Rug Delver. Holy shit. Like I said, land leaves us live to sneak attack, assuming they don't have another free counter spell. That is not a land. Oh, that was probably our chance to do it. Guess we'll see what they're doing. Yep, that was our shot. Fuck. Alright, do your thing. Womp. That's annoying. The fact that they're not playing anything means their hand is also just all fucking counter magic. Okay, Flooded Strange isn't the worst thing in the world. I swear to God, if you fucking stifle me. They have a 1-drop. Minsk and Boo. Bottom top it. We hit a land, we can try to go for it with a Force of Will to protect. However, we did see they have 3 drops in their deck. Land. Doing it. We have 3 drop on top. Nope. Force of Negation pitching Force of Will. Force of Will pitching Brainstorm. Force of Will's a 5 drop, so I know that don't fucking work. Go, motherfucker. Ooh, they had a Caracas. That's annoying. But it does refuel our hand, and they're down to 2 cards. So we should be able to hit a land to be able to get Sneak Attack down. What do we want here? Omniscience, Show and Tell, Force of Will, Gristledad. Ancient Tomb. Seems like a good draw 5. Check a Sneak Attack. Okay. So we do have to worry about them having another 3 drop on top. So we know their hand is Minsk and Boo Prismatic Oming, whatever the fucker got. Okay, so they got a land. So they're still blind on top. They also are tapped out. So I guess we can try pondering first and see what's on top. Or we keep the ponder to pitch to Force of Will. Well, we got Atraxa to pitch to Force of Will, so I don't think it matters. Let's see if we can get them to reveal what's on top. If they can show us what's on top, then we know it's safe to go. I mean, I guess I can shuffle it away. Alright, it's not a 1 drop. Actually, hold on. Let's see if it's a land. It's Prismatic Ending. I don't know why they showed it that time. Okay, so I'm gonna try to shuffle it away, see if I can find a 3 drop. I guess this isn't Rug Delver, this is just weird shit. Mystic Sanctuary. That's... And they scooped. Okay. Alright, so they're 4-color nonsense, so this shit actually seems pretty decent here. Yeah, that was game 1. I'm debating if bringing this shit in is worth it. Like, do our normal, like, control stopping bullshit like this. Because it seems like if we can get a Blood Moon down, their deck is just not gonna function. Like, at all. I guess we'll see. I mean, this isn't bad. If we can get this Blood Moon down, we do. I mean, this is a turn 2 Blood Moon. Like, we will see what happens. Okay, Carpet Flowers. I guess they're gonna have some colored mana. Or maybe they don't. I don't know. We'll find out. I mean, this is a turn 1 Blood Moon, but we're gonna play it safer than that. We're not gonna run it out yet. Oh, that would be funny as fuck though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not giving you mana until I have to, buddy. Alright, so what could they possibly have going on? Are you going to stifle me? No. So it feels really weird grabbing something that I know I'm just gonna fucking Blood Moon into a mountain, but oh, I actually really like all of this. I suppose we can give them 1 extra mana. I suppose that's allowable. This is probably incorrect, but I don't really fucking care at this point. I think we're 100% on the sneak attack plan at this point. Okay. Enjoy your mountains, opponent. I hope you can do something with all of them. Oh, they had a basic. Womp. Okay. That's fine. Not the end of the world. So we just need a land, and we can get down to sneak attack. Then the turn after that, we can do dumb things. The nice part is we're not giving our opponent any extra mana. They also need a basic force to be able to play Minsk. So hopefully this is greatly, this is greatly hampering what they can do. So if we get a land, we can sneak attack. Like their forces are still alive, but I suppose a Force of Vigor is also theoretically still alive. I'm not going to preordain because I don't want to lose my mana. Okay. Are they shuffling? Chooses not to shuffle. Okay. So do they have an answer for this shit is the question. Our Blood Moon is hurting us now, which is annoying. I'm assuming they have like just absolute fuckloads of counter spells here. That is a Simian Spirit Guide. The question is do we wait until we... Well, no, we took all of our forces out. They had to have held on to a force, right? Like, there's no way they didn't. I just need to see if I can get them to fucking tap down. It's another land, so... It's that, or we just get to the point where, like, we draw multiple sneak attacks and we can... Yeah, I'd rather... I mean, we're in a position where theoretically we can actually play another one if we draw it. So I think we're just going to go for it. This also theoretically gets a counter out of their hand if they do in fact have one. Hydroblast. Okay. That does get one out of their hand, which is... Okay, whatever. And maybe I should have pitched a Spirit Guide instead. I don't know. I mean, this is severely hampering them, so... We could also just play the monkey and just start going to town. It's actually probably worth it. Because they clearly can't do anything else. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna cast the monkey. I should have done this a few turns ago, but whatever. Are you really debating about countering the monkey? They're countering the monkey. Oh shit, that's funny. That is hilarious to me that they fucking countered the monkey. So I was right in saying they had a fuckload of counters in their hand. So basically, we just need to draw into another sneak attack. I'll pitch Emrakul. Put the shit back into our deck. Get our lands back in. Get a sneak attack back in. So basically, us keeping them off of colored mana is helping us greatly. Problem is they're eventually going to find a way out of this. They're also probably just drawing a shitload of counter spells. Oh, that's another land. We're getting back to the point where we can just cast a attack. Question just becomes, do I want to pop this Lotus Petal to try to use one of my blue spells? Okay, I do not hate Red Elemental Blast. Let's pitch a Preordain. So now we need a sneak attack. And for them to not have 2 free counters. Some enthralling fucking magic we got going on here. I'm honestly kind of surprised they're not dredging to 5 basics. Yeah, I'm very surprised they're not dredging to try to find basics, unless they just don't have them. So I'm thinking once we hit the sneak attack, we're going to try to bait out a counter using our Preordain with our Lotus Petal mana. I mean, we're also getting to the point where we might just be able to fucking cast a Gristlebrand. Like, we hit the rest of our Lotus Petals and we can actually kind of do things. I'm very surprised our opponent has 0 hate for this Blood Moon at the moment. Another one of my defense grids would actually be kind of nice too. Like, just tax them out of being able to do anything on my turn. We're gonna chuck a Brainstorm. We have multiples. What the fuck is our opponent doing over there? I'm wondering if they literally just don't have an answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? I'm at 9 mana. I wonder if we're gonna get to the point where I'm just going to hard cast a fucking Emrakul. honestly about to get to the point, like, they've got to have Furies or something, right? Like, I cannot picture a world where they don't. Maybe they took them out because they're kind of useless against our deck. I don't know. We're going to find out. Like I said, I want to hold on to these blue spells for when I actually get the next sneak attack. Like I said, we just get to the point where we have enough mana to literally hardcast Emrakul. And we just win that way. Maybe they literally were not expecting Blood Moon, so they just don't have an answer for it. Like that, I suppose, is always a possibility. Another Source Splasher. I mean, we're fucking getting there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're 4 lands away from just hard casting Emrakul. Oh, they're doing something. Oh, they're going to Endurance. Okay. They finally decided to do something. Well, they officially have a creature on board that I can't actually do anything about. They evoked it. Okay, never mind. I thought they cast that. Oh yeah, they don't have green mana. Never mind. What did they get rid of to do that? They got rid of a Minsk. So are they just like hoping that one of us like mills out or something? Okay. I wouldn't. Oh well, yeah. I guess I took my Force of Wills out, so it's not even like I have like real counter magic anymore. All right. So they chose to shuffle. So maybe we do just preordain here and hope for the best. It's another Pyroblast. I don't hate that. So like what? I think we're finally at a point now where we're willing to fucking do this. Like we're not we can't fetch out of a brainstorm regardless. Like it's just not happening. Uh uh Okay. I mean, we got a Pyroblast out of hand, so that's something, I guess. I'm also surprised they brought Hydroblast and Pyroblast. Like, I could see Pyroblast, but I'm kind of surprised they brought Hydroblast in, too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm at 11 lands. Maybe I should have just held on to the Lotus Petal, but whatever. Alright, come on. This is also turn 23, which is kind of ridiculous. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll count it on their turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 3 more and I can just hard cast an Emrakul. Do they just not have any other basics in their deck? They've got to have a basic forest in there somewhere, right? Well, We're gonna make it even fucking harder to cast shit. So how is everyone enjoying this riveting game of Magic that's going on right now? I hope you all are having a fucking blast. I'm really curious what the hell they even have in their hand over there. Oh, there's another carpet flowers. Is this 12 or 13 now? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, 13? Two more? Two more, and then we just gotta find Emrakul. Which apparently they're all in the bottom half of our deck. This is so dumb. Oh my god. We are officially on turn 27. Alright, can we please hit one of our fucking sneak attacks, for God's sake? Alright. Do we cast the monkey, or do we hold on to it for mana? You know what? We're fucking casting it. We gotta get a clock going. Okay, monkey resolves. Alright, and they scoop it up. Holy shit. God damn, that was turn 28. Alright, I got time for one more before I gotta hop out of here. God damn. That was one of the games of Magic of all time, Bookish Matt. I agree with you on that, 100%. That was fucking turn 28. Thank you all for sticking through that. I think outside of Commander, that is probably the longest match of Magic I've ever played in terms of number of turns taken. I appreciate all of you that had the patience to sit through that incredibly boring game of Playland Pass for the past 30 minutes. How are you doing today, Matt? Alright, we found an opponent. Who are we up against? I think MTGObot died. It's not telling me who I'm up against anymore. Let's see. What can we do here? We've got a Misdirection, we've got a Force of Will, we've got one land, multiple cantrips, and two fatties. Oh, is this keepable? I feel like the answer to that question is yes. Scoping out all this juicy new legacy. I have the fire. You know, we're gonna keep this. We're on the draw. Hopefully we draw land. So this juicy new legacy is honestly looking exactly like previous legacy. At least in my opinion, anyways. I think that weird Nick Fit deck we saw was probably the spiciest one that I've seen so far. Okay, I like this. Let's put back Preordain and Sneak Attack. I like this. So we can get Sneak Attack down next turn. Wow, that's aggressive. I mean, okay, sure. I'm not going to force that. Yeah, Lawless hand updates in September as I was looking to update it post bans. Yeah, that's actually what I was saying earlier. Is like I'm glad they did these bans and everything, but it's honestly I don't think it's going to change the format that much. Delver's going to be Delver. It's not like it knocks it out of tier 0. They just trade the best cantrippy card selection spell for one that's probably going to be slightly worse. Like it's not going to change anything in my opinion. It's going to make initiative look different, but I think it's just going to morph into another initiative deck. Like it's not like it's just not going to exist. So we did lose our Sneak Attack, which is annoying. Alright. What does our opponent play that they have main deck surgical extractions? Let's do top, top, top. Take the ponder and shuffle? Now this is a little risky, but they don't look like the type of deck that's gonna have Wastelands, but maybe I'm wrong. Alright, are they gonna surgical me again to make me, like, change the top of my deck? Alright, so I think we just go for it next turn regardless. Like, we'll just... It's just a matter of do we want Gristlebrand or do we want Emrakul into play? Maverick player and early signs that Miracles is coming back strong. I haven't seen Miracles yet. I did run into a Jeskai control player earlier, but I have not seen Miracles. But I can definitely see Miracles being a problem. Oh. Well, we still have the mana to be able to do things. This is going to be really funny. I'm going to make you discard 2 cards. Oh, he's got Force of Will. Okay. Oh, what did they discard? Okay, so we're still gonna have a show until next turn. Unless I've got a way to shuffle our deck again. You think this is Botch and Roll's list? What was it? What is it? Just like Esper him shit? What did he chuck to that anyways? He chucked a Snapcaster Mage? I mean, we're gonna make you have it, dude. Like, do you have a way to deal with an Emrakul? Alright, he scoops it up. Alright, so this is interesting. If it's Bosch and Roll's list, I don't know what he was playing. It's got Delver as the main threat, otherwise it's just very grindy. Alright, so it's like Esper... I guess you'd call it Esper Delver then? Curious what we should grab then, if it's Esper Delver. Like, normally I'd bring in all the defense grids, but we've been seeing that hasn't been working out too well in our favor. Pyroblast can get rid of Delver. The discard spells are more of what I'm concerned about than anything right now. So maybe we bring in Pyroblasts to deal with Delver. It's time to operate. Esper Lisa Delver main deck hate. They can't win. Okay. That's an interesting name. I'll have to check it out. I need to watch more of his videos. I've been on a bit of a Thraben U kick lately because I keep getting paired against him in leagues. I finally got my first loss to him on camera last week. It's in his most recent video that he just posted earlier today, actually, because my deck just didn't want to do anything. Yeah, so far I'm 2-1 against Phil on video. And 2 of the times I was on Jank when I beat him, so Esper Delver, I feel like they've got a greedy mana base. Maybe the Blood Moons are worth it. I'm just like not really sure what to do against them. Let's try. You know what? We're gonna do our normal anti-Delver shit. Let's. You know what? Let's bring in the Blood Moons. They look incredibly greedy. So this is a turn 1 Blood Moon. Or sorry, not turn 1 Blood Moon. This is turn 1 Defense Grid, but it dies hard to whatchamacallit. I think we're gonna give it a shot. Hopefully they aren't just gonna like only got a few Brazen Borrowers, that's good to know. Hopefully they aren't just on like a Wasteland heavy hand. They've been playing kind of slow and conservatively. I don't know. Maybe we'll get a fetch land. It'll clear this all up for us. Okay, actually. Now we have a turn 1 defense grid with Daze backup. I think it says maybe 1 or 2 Wastelands, so we might have just got lucky last game then, got it. This also will hopefully, like... I mean, granted, they're going to be free to do whatever to us here. Like, if they have a Hymn to Turok, we're losing 2 cards. There's nothing we can do about it. Okay, we lost our cantrips, which is annoying, but if we hit it... No, we didn't hit a show and tell. Okay. Well, basically, we're at a point now where we're probably just going to resolve a show and tell. Unless they just start holding up tons of mana. Or they got another Hymn to Turok. Alright, we still got Gristledad. Alright, sneak attack, show and tell, something. Ancient Tomb. Alright, how many more hymns do you got, opponent? We already got 2 of them out of the way. We're also seeing that they're mana screwed, which is nice. Okay, Baleful Strix. I can live with a Baleful Strix. Another 28 turn game incoming. Oh, well, no, we got Thoughtseize. Okay. So I guess we're just in top deck mode of try to get whatever down. Okay. Well, we're keeping our hand clear. That is a thing. I do not think this is going to be a 28 turn game, since they actually have a creature on board now. Double Hymn to Turok was kind of a killer. What are they doing? Oh, Murktide region. Okay, yeah, we're this is not a good spot to be in unless we can get like runner sneak it. Nope. This one's probably over. We just drew all of the mana after we got everything discarded, so this is probably pretty over. All of the Baleful Strixes. Yeah, I'm just dead next turn. I don't think there's anything I can do that gets me out of this. There's the show and tell. Okay. Well, I'm gonna chalk that up to double Hymn to Turok as a bitch. Alright, so how do we want to change this? I do not think that our normal Delver game plan is going to work. I think we need to bring our counter magic back in. As much as I hate to do it. Misdirection seems funny. Let's get rid of Monkey. On the play, I'm not as concerned about it. Yeah, show and tell with an empty hand for more information. So this... We're gonna keep it. We're hoping we don't just brainstorm lock ourselves here. Okay, we did a brainstorm lock ourselves. That's good. Let's put back. G Daddy Ponder. Play out our pedal. Poison Island. We know we're getting a Ponder. So we know Gristle Dad's on top. I'm gonna brainstorm again. Hopefully we hit a fetch land. If not any land, we can ponder at least. Wow, that was aggressive. Okay. I'll let that go. That's fine. I'll wait to ponder till next turn. Gets a Flusterstorm out of their hands, so that's not a bad thing. Ponder of their own. Problem is even if we get a Blood Moon down now, like they've still at least got a basic blue source. So we know we're drawing a Gristle Dad, which is not what I wanted, but Ponder. Are they gonna counter this too? Okay, okay. I mean, it's getting counters out of their hand, so I'd rather them counter our cantrips than things that matter. Alright, well, the nice part is they can't wasteland a basic, so that's a show and tell. We do need a land, which is annoying. Alright, so they're just sculpting their hands still, not really doing much of anything. I guess they're establishing their mana. The question becomes is how many counter spells do we have to get through? We need mana. Jesus Christ. Alright, well, I mean, sometimes you see this shit happen. I mean, I guess pick your poison, opponent. Like, it is what it is. We have 2 sneak threats in, and we got a bunch of fatties, so like I feel like they probably just take the Force of Will. It's a little disappointing that we're losing to Mana Screw, but it happens sometimes, I guess. They take the Blood Moon, okay. I guess they are more scared of that. What, you got a him? Snapcaster for Thoughtseize. So I guess the question is do we want to counter this or not? I feel like they wouldn't do this unless they had a counter of their own. I mean, fuck it. I'm losing Forcible now or I'm losing it later. If they have a counter. Take the show and tell. Okay. Okay, that's an Ancient Tomb. So the question becomes, I mean, I think we just force this through now and hope that we draw a red source. And We just gotta hope we top deck a red source at this point. Baleful Strix, okay. Ooh, Caracas is a thing. So we need red sources. If we red source, we can at least get in Atraxa to refill our hand. Or we're just gonna draw an Evercool. Come on, deck. Not like this. Like, we finally got a fucking sneak attack down, and our deck's just gonna be like, nope, you don't get a red source. Come on, red source. Come on. Oh my god. What? Surgicaling? Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. Fuck it. Take my Lotus Petal. I don't fucking care. This is... This is a prime example why you always need to renew your premium subscription to MTGO, folks. Oh, man. Oh my god. And it's not even gonna let us look to see if we're gonna draw anything. Wow. I mean, Mana Screw's a thing. It's just been happening to me a lot lately for some reason, but... Alright, I gotta get out of here. Let's see who else is playing Legacy right now. Let's see. Oh, we got Caleb. Natural Order Bant. Learn bullshit. So I'm gonna send y'all off to Caleb. Caleb D MTG. Y'all have fun over there. He looks like he's on some Atraxa shit. Yeah, I actually did a Atraxa no-show list a couple weeks ago. I've been meaning to tweak it. I just haven't gotten around to doing it yet. But anyways, thanks for stopping by, guys. I'm gonna try to hop on again later this week. If not, I'll catch y'all on Monday. Stream on Mondays and Tuesdays afternoon. Whenever else I can. If you like what you see, hit that follow button. I appreciate it. You really like what you see, go ahead and sub. Reminder for everyone, I will be doing a giveaway once we hit 10 subs. Full art, Dominaria Remastered Tutor, Winner's Choice of Worldly Tutor or Enlightened Tutor. And then check out all the other socials for dumb shit I do. This stream and all the past ones over on the YouTube. And just, if you ever want to reach out, go ahead. I'll always talk magic, talk about dumb shit, whatever. But yeah, on that note, y'all have fun over at Caleb's. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully y'all had a good time. I will catch you later. And as always, stay salty.